Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Gothic. So in the... Jesus Christ. So in the last episode, man, he retrieved Jor's gold. He's on a mission to find the Thieves Guild, and stuff like that. And he talked to the merchants, obviously. Hey Hannah, what's up? So now I wanna actually talk to the normal citizens of Khorinis, because I realized I forgot to talk to the farmers in the beginning of the game, and they are a good source of information, as well as they usually tend to have more accurate descriptions about the politics in the game. So hey city guard, what's up?
What's new?
More and more riffraff have been pouring into town lately. Thefts are on the rise, and Lord Andre suspects that it's the work of a gang. Not long ago, we turned the entire harbor district upside down, but we still haven't found a thing.
Oh, okay, so it's exactly what Lord Andre said as well.
What is there to know about this town?
The Paladins now have control over the whole city. The entire militia reports to them. Lord Andre is the commander of the militia, and at the same time he acts as the judge. If you should ever run foul of the law, you'll have to justify yourself to him. But he's pretty lenient by all accounts. He usually lets people get away with a fine.
Yeah, I mean, we saw firsthand, because we just had some letter. And he's like, oh, you had this letter and you say it's from Cathar? Oh, okay, jail immediately. So yeah, what does that say about the justice system right now?
Tell me about these Paladins.
Since the Paladins have arrived in Khorinis, they've retreated to the upper end of town. They're not letting anyone in there anymore, except for the citizens of the town and the militia, of course. There are some Paladins who guard the ship down at the harbor, but those are far from talkative.
Well, okay, so I already know what I need to do to join the militia, so he'll probably say the same thing, what Lord Andre said. Yeah, what can you tell me about this area?
What can you tell me about this area?
These are the barracks. Where do you want to go?
I see, and that's what this dialogue is actually about. It's less about what can you tell me about the area, it's more about where can I go to? Improper translation, I guess. I'm not sure how it is in the German version, but thanks, I don't want to go anywhere.
Thanks, that's all I wanted to know.
Man has me as his navigator, so he'll be fine. Now, I wonder what the other guards will say. Hey, sorry to interrupt your trading.
Hey!
By the way, awesome longswords.
What's new?
More and more.
Okay, you sound exactly like the previous guy. You, talk to me.
Hey, you!
Stop trading. Oh gosh, he's in the camera.
What's new?
Citizens are disappearing from here one by one. Up to now, we haven't been able to find out what's happening to them. Could the orcs be behind it?
Oh, the orcs. Oh, that's an interesting point of view I haven't heard. I just heard, disappearances, but not about the actual cause.
What are my options here in town?
If you don't want to end up in the gutter in the harbor district, find a regular job. Ask around in the lower part of town. Maybe you'll get lucky. If you're planning on staying longer here in the city, you should join the militia, or at least get trained in combat. The combat instructors in the barracks also train civilians. The orcs will come soon, and then you'll be glad of every hour you spent on the drill ground.
I'll be honest, I shouldn't fear the orcs coming to the city. I should fear the guy right next to me who's doing all the training and probably slicing through Mance's flesh and blood. Oh god, this is hilarious. So what do you know about the Paladinos?
What do you know about the Paladins?
Not much. Nobody knows exactly why they're here. Not even those of us in the city guard. They've taken control of the city, chased the governor out of his council chamber, and relieved the judge of his office. If you ask me, it's a good thing. Those pompous asses bitterly need a lesson in humility.
Yeah, I know, right? That usually happens everywhere with all the major factions. Thanks. You were a really great help.
Hey,
dude?
you!
Are you the same as the other previous dudes?
What's new?
More and
Yeah.
not
Okay, I think this is maybe about it for the militia guys. I don't think they have that many dialogue variations. So, for the militia anyway.
Furthermore,
So let's
any
see about the
contact
citizens.
With the rebelling peasantry in the surrounding areas is strictly forbidden.
Oh, apparently they can't contact the peasants if you're a citizen. That's weird. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so we have a maid. Hi.
What's new?
I hope the militia will finally find out why the population of Khorinis keeps shrinking. You have to fear for your life when you hear that so many have already gone missing.
Really? How interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? It's weird. Where did they
Says
go?
things like that.
I guess this is gonna be my investigation.
He had better shut up.
What interesting things are there to see here?
There are all
Someone's
kinds
gotta
of
do the
goods
work.
on display in the marketplace.
That's
Everyone
it?
knows by now.
I thought you were gonna say something more, but you're like, blah blah
That's
blah.
not what I heard.
That's it. Well, tell me about the important figures. Maybe I haven't explored all of them.
Who are the important figures in this town?
The Paladins hold the upper quarter.
Someone's gotta do the work.
Seriously, it's the same sentence as the previous one.
By now.
In terms of simplicity, it's like
That's not what my husband said.
so roundabout and undescriptive.
Now
God.
that's typical, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to become a citizen. Maybe you can tell
Everybody
me
knows by
something.
now.
I want to become a citizen of this town.
Will
can't
you
take
help
care
us
of
defend the
everything for
city
everybody.
against the orcs?
Sure.
If you're a citizen of Khorinis, you can join the militia. You should talk to one of the city guards.
Simply talks too
Lady, I said I want to become a citizen. I'm not even a citizen yet, so I can't even join the militia at
That's
all.
an open secret.
Oh my gosh, it's impossible to talk to her.
Don't tell this to anyone.
She has her mind in a gutter.
Hey, how interesting.
How about you, lady?
He can't
Will
keep
you be
everything
helpful?
to himself.
What's new?
I wonder why the Paladins
not
are
what I
here
heard.
at all. They're holding the town hall, the barracks, and
That's
the
an
harbor,
open secret.
but they haven't actually done anything so far. If they were here
That's not
about
what
the
my husband
orcs or the
thinks.
bandits, they would have done something ages ago. There must be another reason.
See, I agree. I agree.
That's
Things
terrible.
are not as they seem to be. They're not the way they actually
What my
are.
husband thinks.
And by that I mean, yeah,
That's
reasons
terrible.
are very, very, very hush-hush,
That's not what my
probably.
husband thinks.
But thank you. That was an interesting
Someone's gotta do the
perspective.
work.
What are the most interesting places here in Khorinis?
It's going to
Maybe you better ask that of a man. If it's entertainment you want, try the harbor. But if you want to buy something, go to
That's
the
an open
marketplace
secret.
at the east gate or to the lower part of town.
That's not what my husband
Lady, we're in the marketplace right now.
Everybody knows
Oh, thanks though.
Who are the most important figures in this town?
by now.
Since the Paladins came here, they have taken over control of the entire city. Lord Andre represents the law. You will find him in the
It's
barracks.
like he talks
But
too
you only
much.
need to go to him if you've trespassed against the law
away, don't
or
tell
to
me
join
that.
the militia.
Honestly, I witnessed
What do I
it.
have to do to become a citizen of this town?
The master craftsmen in the lower part of town have great influence here in Khorinis.
Really?
You should
How
go talk to
interesting.
one of them.
I haven't talked to any of them since I entered the city because of stupid loafer who was like, I should tell you everything about the city. Why? Because I'm just stupidly standing here and I'll walk away the minute I'm done talking to you. But seriously, and yes, I'll keep calling him loafer because that's what he does, I believe. But anyway, thank you, lady. You were actually very helpful, and I haven't talked to any of the craftsmen because of that loafer, so I'll do that somewhere, sometime. Thank you. This lady,
That's
completely unhelpful.
Hey, you!
Someone's
What about
gotta do
you?
the work.
What's new?
I wonder why the Paladins
what
are
my
here at
husband
all. They're holding the town hall, the barracks, and the harbor,
keep
but they
anything to
haven't actually
himself.
done anything so far. If they were here about the orcs or the bandits, they would have.
Oh, okay, I heard this. Sorry, I didn't realize this. Okay, I heard this. Sorry, lady. Okay. Oh, hey, Greg. He's chilling over here. Anyway, we have. Oh, there's the male population of the citizenry. Maybe I should talk to one of them and they'll tell me more. Hey, citizen.
Hey, you!
And Beliar
And men-
spoke to
okay.
another creature, but Adanos brought forth the tide, and the creature was washed from the face of the earth.
Okay, thank you, guy.
What's new?
Since the collapse of
But
the
with
barrier,
it, the
open
trees
trade
and
with the big
animals
farmer
were
has
also
abruptly
washed
stopped.
away.
Who knows
and
what he's plotting?
a
There's
deep
something fishy
sadness
going on.
Overcame Adanos.
Oh, That's interesting, but I can't hear you because of the guy over there.
Then thus spake Adanos to his brothers, Never again shall you walk upon my land, for it is sacred, and so shall it be.
Yeah, he makes long
But
pauses.
the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adanos.
What's interesting in this
The
town?
wrath of
You
the
can buy
gods
almost
was
anything
with
you can
them.
imagine here, either from the merchants in the marketplace or in the lower part of the city. But almost
And the
everything that you can
human
buy also
slew the
costs a
beast,
bit.
and
If
it
you don't have
entered
enough money,
into
then maybe Lamar
Beliar's
the
realm.
moneylender can help you. His house is at the beginning of the harbor district, as you come from the lower part of town.
See, thank you, thank you. You're
Adanos
telling me so
saw
much
that order
information,
and
so there's
chaos
a
were now
moneylender in
unequal,
here.
And he bade Enos
anyone else
to
you
take
know?
his divine
Who are the
power
important
from the
figures
human.
around here?
Up until recently, it was the governor and the judge. But then the Paladins came and
Enos,
took
in
over the
his
city.
wisdom,
Lord Hagen
did
is their
so.
leader. He's the new governor, more or less. Lord Andre is his right-hand man. He leads the city guard and acts as a judge as well. Everyone in the city who's guilty of something has to
Adanos
answer to him.
feared for the day in
So
which
now
the
we
beast
actually-
would return to the land.
Okay, thank you. So now we actually know the name of the leader of the Paladins, Lord Hagen, and he's the new governor now.
And so he bade Enos
How can I become a
to
citizen of
leave
this
a part
town?
of his
Go
power
look for a
in his
decent
realm,
job.
so that he
Everyone
might
who has a
restore
set
to the
occupation
human
in Khorinis
if the
counts as a
beast
citizen of
should
the town.
return.
I guess that's what I need to do with the master craftsman, become
And
an
Enos,
apprentice.
in his wisdom,
Oh, thank you.
did so.
Oh boy, I wish he would shut up for a second. I mean, I want to listen to his lectures, but like the long pauses. He's just an awkward guy. That's probably
But
what's
the light
happening.
was a torment for Beliar, and all that Enos created was destroyed by Beliar.
Okay, I'll try this guy. Hi.
What's new?
Everyone has been worried lately. It's not
Adanos
enough that the
saw
Paladins
this
have made
way
themselves at home here.
nothing
Now
could
people are
exist at
constantly
all.
disappearing in
No
the
light
strangest fashion.
and no
It's about time the
darkness.
militia finally did something about it.
I agree, because it seems like they're not
And
doing
so
much
he
at
set
all.
himself between his
What
brothers
interesting things are
in
there to
order
see here?
reconcile their
The big ship
dispute,
that the Paladins came
and
in
he
is in the
did
harbor.
not
It's an
succeed.
enormous boat. You have to take a look at it. But I can't
There,
imagine that they'll
where
let you on
Adanos
board.
stood,
The
was a
Paladins
place
guard the
in which
ship like the
Enos
crown
and
jewels.
Beliar
No wonder.
had no
It's the
power.
only seaworthy vessel anchored anywhere, far and wide.
Ah, see, another interesting piece of information.
And
There's a
in
boat.
this place, order and chaos were equal. And so
Who are the most important
the sea
citizens in this
was
town?
created.
Besides the Paladins, the master craftsmen in the lower part of town, they're all very
and the
important.
sea released the land.
Thank
and
you.
there arose all
I want to become a
creatures,
citizen of this town.
trees
And
as
why are you
well as
telling me that?
animals, wolves
Go to one of the
as
master
well as
craftsmen in the
sheep.
lower part of the
Last
city.
of all,
Maybe if you're lucky,
arose
one of them is
the
looking for an
human.
apprentice.
Ah,
Otherwise,
was
you'll have to go to
pleased
the
with what
governor
had
and have
arisen.
yourself registered as a
He
citizen.
delighted
But right
in
now,
all the
you can forget
beings
that.
equally.
The governor isn't in charge anymore since the Paladins came.
But so
and their leader,
great was
Lord
the
Hagen,
wrath
is
of
guaranteed not to
Beliar
have time for
that he
things
came
like
across
that.
the land and chose
You know, this Lord
the
Hagen
beast.
as a governor,
And Beliar
he
spoke to
kinda
it, and the beast
guess,
became his subject.
underperforming
And
as a
Beliar
governor.
gave unto
Well, thank
it
you.
a portion of his
More
divine
information
power,
from
so
people.
that it might destroy the land.
I guess I'm
Hey.
destroying the land, I guess.
What's new?
Ever
But
since
Enos
they took the
beheld
barrier
what
away, this
Beliar
town
had
has been
done,
overrun with
and he
bandits.
also
The
bestrode the
Paladins
land
don't do a
and
thing.
chose the
Why
human.
the hell are they even here
And
then?
Enos spoke
I
to
think
him,
you already
and the
said something
human
like that before.
became
Let me just-
his subject.
Let me
And
just
Enos
verify.
gave unto
How do I go
him a
about
portion
orienting
of
myself in
his
this city?
divine
It's not that
power,
easy
so
finding
that
your way
he
around here, is
might
it?
undo
Even the
work of
signposts don't always
Beliar.
help. If you have a bad sense of direction, you'd better go down to the harbor,
And
assuming
Beliar
you can
spoke
find
to
your way
another
there,
creature.
and look for
And
the
Adanos
cartographer's
brought forth
house.
the tide,
It's
and
right
the
next to
creature
the
was
tavern
washed
at the
from the
quay.
face of the earth.
Brahim will certainly have a map of the city for you.
Oh, okay, now they're good information. We
But
have a
with it, the
cartographer.
trees and animals were also washed away, and a deep sadness overcame Adanos.
Okay, thank you, guy.
Who are the influential citizens of
And
Khorinis?
thus
Try
spake
the
Adanos
blacksmith
to
or the
his
carpenter in the
brothers,
lower part of town.
Never again
You'll find a few other
shall you
well-respected
walk
masters
upon
there,
my
too.
land,
If
for
anyone
it
here
is
besides
sacred,
the city guards and the
so
paladins
shall
has
it
anything
be.
to say, then it's these men.
But the
Oh my
human
gosh, this is
and the
terrible.
beast waged war upon the land of Adonis, and the wrath
Okay,
of the gods
I know how
was
to become a
with them.
citizen now, so that's pointless to ask, but thank you. Jesus, this guy needs to shut
Hey.
The human slew
Oh,
the
you have a
beast,
name, I just
and it
noticed.
entered into
Valentino.
Beliar's realm.
Well, what have we here?
Have you no manners? That's disgusting. Oh, is this filthy rabble?
Adonis saw
Haven't
that
you a
order and
job where you
chaos
ought
were
to
now
be?
unequal,
But I
and he
suppose
bade
no one would
Innos
miss a
to
down
take
at
his
heel
divine
fellow like
power
you,
from the
hey?
human.
Well, if you had as much gold as I do, you wouldn't have to work either.
And
But you'll
Innos,
never
in
be
his
that rich.
wisdom,
I
did
see I'm
so.
gonna have lots of fun with you. I asked you who you are.
I am Valentino, the handsome, bon vivant and
Adonis
ladies'
feared
man.
for the day
Poor
in
in
which the
cares,
beast
rich in wisdom
would
and gold,
return
and the
to the
women
land.
throw themselves at me. If you have problems, keep them. I don't need them.
Thanks, Jesus.
And so he bade Innos to leave a part of his power in his realm so that he might restore it to the human if the beast should return.
Do you have anything else to tell me?
Make yourself
And Innos,
popular, never
in
promise
his
anything to
wisdom,
anyone.
did
Take what you
so.
can and watch out that you don't get into a quarrel with the militia. Or with jealous husbands, of course. They're the worst, let me tell you.
Okay, I
But
get
the
it,
light
but
was a torment for Beliar.
I don't think I
All
can
that
beat him up
Innos
just yet.
created was destroyed by Beliar.
Oh, you're Vatos, you know, the guy who needs Cavalorn's letter. Well, hey, it's
Adonis
me.
saw that this way nothing could exist at all. No light and no darkness.
Sorry to interrupt.
Adonis be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Adonis, the guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for you?
AKA, he's a water mage. If you want a better description, his robes is a dead giveaway about his position and who he is. Yeah, so basically water mages are priests of Adonis. And I really wish I could listen to your lectures, but I'm very afraid of your awkward pauses and how long it's gonna take. I wonder if you can tell me more, like without pauses if I ask you over here, but first of all, I'm here to deliver a letter.
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me?
Sounds surprised?
Indeed. This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I'm gonna say sorry. Thank God the madness is over. The madness. Oh, jeez, it was so excruciatingly painful. Yes, I got it from Cavalorn. I don't know why I want to say it. I took it from the bandits, but sure.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That speaks in your favor.
Well, can you tell me about the ring of water that Cavalorn mentioned?
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
As I'm a very nice person and Cavalorn sent me?
Cavalorn sent me to you.
And what did he tell you?
He said you're in dire need of more good people.
Aha. So, you want to join us, son?
Yeah, I want to join.
I want to join the Ring of Water.
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know about it. But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
I'm gonna be very truthful towards you because I respect the water mages far, far more than the priests of Adonis. So yes, dragons have come.
A large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons and determined to conquer the country.
Dragons? You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
Okay, even though Xardas said, don't mention me to any magician, actually, I think he meant don't mention my name to any fire magician. I don't think he said much about water magicians, so yeah, I can just go ahead and do that.
Xardas, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
The necromancer. So he lives, and he sent you. Who are you really?
Yep, I'm gonna be completely truthful.
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Khorinis.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Xardas, the necromancer, that dragons have come to conquer the country. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable. I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
Oh, thank you. And sorry, they missed a translation line in there. It had German line. I don't know what it said actually, but I don't read German, so thanks. But can you tell me now about the Ring of Water?
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
Since you are not yet a member of our community, I cannot tell you everything, of course. But I shall tell you what I may.
Sorry. Ugh. Sorry, excuse me. I just got something in my throat. Okay, so I don't think you might tell me who the members are, but I already know Cavalorn. That's a start.
Who are the members of the Ring of Water, then?
I cannot tell you that until you join the ring. But you will certainly have met some of them by that time.
Yeah, I mean, Cavalorn, duh. So where are the other mages? I haven't seen anyone except you.
Where are the other water mages?
They are exploring the ruins of an old culture northeast of Khorinis. We suspect that those ruins might contain a passage to a part of the island which is as yet uncharted.
There's an uncharted area of the island. I'm very curious all of a sudden.
Tell me more about that uncharted area.
If you're interested in joining the expedition, I could send you to Satyrus with a letter. You can only participate, of course, as long as you're one of us.
Of course.
Of course, indeed.
What exactly is it that you do?
We stand between the Order of Innos and the chaos of Beliar. If one of the two sides should gain the upper hand, it will mean either total loss of freedom or deadly chaos. Therefore, we guard the balance between the two. That's what makes life in this world possible for all.
And what does that mean in concrete terms?
The fall of the barrier has evoked numerous threats. The bandits are probably the most obvious one. Not only has it become all but impossible to travel the island without being attacked, there's someone in town, too, who supports the bandits. We have found out that the bandits receive regular deliveries from a weapons merchant in Khorinis. We try to find such people and keep them from endangering the city. If you can find out anything about this, let me know.
Sure, I will. Actually, can he tell me anything else about...
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
Since you are not yet, but
yeah, okay, he said that before. Oh, I think it's all the same. Never mind. Goodbye. About that. So, about the weapons dealer.
About this weapons dealer? How much do you know about the weapons dealer?
Ask Martin, the provisions master of the Paladins, about this. He should be able to tell you more. He has been tasked with unmasking the weapons dealer. You can find Martin in the harbor district. If you see a heap of crates, provision, and Paladins, Martin won't be far.
You know, I'm very curious what talking with the Paladins will do. You know, how they're gonna respond, so I might do that as well. Thank you. So what... Okay, so other than the weapons dealer...
What must I do in order to join the ring?
Know that you take on great responsibility by joining the ring. I do not let just anyone join who comes to us and asks. If you want to join the ring, you will have to prove that you act like one of us.
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our ranks, he must have done a great deed for the ring. Only then can I begin to consider letting you help preserve the balance of forces on this island.
Yeah, let's go down the list.
I have vanquished the Sleeper. Isn't that a great enough deed?
My ears hear many a tale these days, including the story about the banning of the beast called the Sleeper. I have not heard that this was achieved by a single man, although your eyes tell me that you are convinced you did this. That confuses me slightly, but I cannot be sure that my senses might not deceive me sometimes.
Oh, come on. Come on, you believe me my tale about being sent by Xardas to warn the Paladins about the dragons who were supposedly dead all these years. So, like, why won't you believe that now too? Oh, well, whatever. Whatever, skeptical mage. Skeptical Vatos.
I have freed many people. The barrier is gone.
Even if you can really claim responsibility for that, the great event in the Valley of Mines has not only set free the water mages and other upright citizens. All the criminals of the entire country are roaming Khorinis these days, harassing the population. The bandits have already taken over large areas of land outside the city. It has become all but impossible to leave the town and return unharmed.
So what would be an appropriate deed that might convince you?
Khorinis is facing a great enigma these days. The number of people missing from the town seems to increase almost daily. If you can explain to me what happened to them, you shall have your place within the Ring of Water. However...
Yes?
You should take your message to the Paladins first. I consider it a matter of utmost importance. Talk to Lord Hagen.
Yeah, but he's kind of, locked himself up in the upper quarter.
But Lord Hagen is not going to receive me.
Yes, he will, no doubt about it, provided you become a member of a powerful community first. The ring has far-reaching connections. We shall assist you in conveying your message as soon as possible. You should talk about this to Laris, whom I trust. He will help you.
He will, yeah.
What community should I join?
There are only 3 communities that have enough influence. These are the City Militia, the Monastery of the Fire Magicians, and the troop of mercenaries on the landowner's farm. The choice is yours, son. Laris can certainly assist you with this difficult decision. Talk to him about it.
Laris? You don't mean Laris from the first game, do you? I shall do that then. We'll catch up on so many things.
I shall do that.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we have about the missing people. So that's gonna become an official investigation after all.
About those missing people?
Yes?
Where should I start looking for them?
Most of those people disappeared down by the harbor. That's probably where you should start your search.
Let me tell you what I know.
What have you found out?
Nothing important so far.
Sorry for wasting your time. I'm like, oh, I actually do something. And then I'm like, nope. If you don't see the experience points, that means your guy has nothing at all to report when you click on the dialogue option. So, yeah. Yeah, is there anything that can help me with a weapons dealer?
Is there anything that could help me with my search?
You're very persistent, young man. But I actually can think of something that could make your tasks easier for you. I shall give you this ore amulet. You'll certainly be able to use it. It is an amulet of the searching will-o'-the-wisps. There are only very few of them. The will-o'-the-wisp that inhabits this amulet has very special properties. It can help you find things that normally elude the naked eye. You summon it by simply wearing the amulet. If it loses its power, or you cannot find it, simply put on the amulet again and it will reappear. The will-o'-the-wisp can detect weapons. It could be very helpful to you in investigating the weapons deliveries to the bandits. Treat it well, and it will never fail you.
Yeah, it's true. It can actually detect weapons, so we can use it, I guess.
A will-o'-the-wisp in an amulet?
Will-o'-the-wisps are admirable creatures. They consist of pure magical energy. They are bound to the magical ore in this world. It is their origin. It gives them their strength. I'm not surprised that you've never heard of them. They only appear to the person who bears the ore to which they belong. Will-o'-the-wisps living in the wild have been forcefully removed from their sources. They will attack anyone who approaches them. There is no way to help those pitiful creatures. You would better stay away from them.
Ah, so we can find some of the ones in the wilderness, I guess. Well, that would explain why some of them just randomly float, maybe. I mean, why else would the will-o'-the-wisp be doing in the wilderness? As he said. So, can it actually do more than search weapons?
Can the will-o'-the-wisp do more than that?
More than look for close combat weapons? Not unless you teach it. I think Riordian knows how to teach these beings. He is one of us, currently traveling with Xardas. Perhaps he can tell you more.
Yeah, he can. Well, thank you. I shall take good care of it.
Thank you. I shall take good care of it.
Alrighty. So, yeah, I do have a stone tablet from Xardas.
I've got this stone tablet. Can you tell me more about it?
Those are artifacts from the old culture, which we have been investigating for some time. There are several kinds of them. Some contain information about the history of the ancient people. And that is the kind I am interested in. Bring me all of those that you can find. I shall give you an appropriate reward.
I don't remember what he rewards you with, so I'm gonna have to save later and then give the tablet. But for now, I want to keep them. At least for now. So what I haven't asked you. Oh yeah, you can make a donation to Xardas. You can teach about magic, actually.
Can you teach me something about magic?
Only the chosen of Innos and the chosen of Xardas are permitted to work rune magic. But common mortals can also work magic with the help of spell scrolls. I can show you how you can channel and expand your magic powers.
Yeah, so basically it means he'll teach you mana. Well, rather, he'll help you level up your mana. And he can also heal you for free. That's another brilliant thing about him. But I want to know more about the gods that you keep preaching to the people.
Tell me about the gods.
What exactly would you like to know?
Everything? Okay, first of all, let's go down the list. Beliar.
Tell me about Beliar.
Beliar is the dark god of death, destruction, and all things unnatural. He is an eternal battle with Innos, but Xardas guards the balance between the two. Only a few humans follow the call of Beliar. However, he grants great strength to those who do.
Tell me about Xardas.
Xardas is the god of the center. He is the scales of justice and guardian of the balance between Innos and Beliar. He commands the power of change. His gift is the water in all the oceans, rivers, and lakes. His priests are the water mages, just as I am a servant and priest of Xardas.
Tell me about Innos.
Very well. Innos is the first and highest god. He created the sun and the world. He commands light and fire, his gifts to humanity. He is law and justice. His priests are the magicians of fire. The Paladins are his warriors.
Okay, not much from what you were preaching to the people. That means I'll have to come by some other time to listen. Probably not in this episode.
Wait, if you see Laris, give him this ornament. and tell him that it needs to be returned. He'll know what to do with it.
Oh, thanks. He gave me an ornament. Oh, I don't want to see your butt, man. An ornament. This one. Fragment of a large ornamental ring. Ah, so it's a fragment.
And so he set himself between his brothers in order to reconcile.
But yeah, that was a really long conversation. Ah, they had some citizens over here. Ah, I didn't have to endure all this stuff. Okay, so this is the main gate, and
Nobody will learn anything from me.
what the heck is he doing?
Hey!
Hello, stranger. You must be hungry and thirsty. Perhaps I can interest you in my wares.
In your wares? Oh, you're probably going to the restroom. Oh, I forgot. This is the medieval times. Obviously. Why didn't you build an outhouse then? That's so bizarre. You know, an outhouse that would have solved all of your issues and gave you some privacy. Jesus Christ.
He doesn't see that.
How do the ladies go to the bathroom in this game? Actually, I don't want to know now.
I never knew that.
I'm actually on my way to see the Paladins.
I was actually on my way to see the Paladins.
There's little chance of that. Since the Paladins made themselves at home in the upper end of town, hardly anyone gets in there anymore.
Ew.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
Me? Nah, I don't have much say here myself. There are a few people in the lower city who have enough influence to get you past the guards. Mateo, my boss, is one of them. Maybe you should talk to him.
Oh, so okay, so we know the first name of the influential craftsman.
Where can I find Mateo?
You're standing right outside his shop. Just go on in. He's practically always there.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
What about the other influential citizens?
The merchants and master craftsmen here on the main street are the most important figures in the city. You should try to get accepted by one of them as an apprentice like me. Since I started working for Mateo, the people in the city treat me with respect.
I need some money, and I'm looking for work.
I've heard that Bosper has trouble with his suppliers. His shop is right over there. They say he pays pretty well.
Ah, Bosper. Okay, another name I should remember. Thank you. But what do you sell?
What do you have to offer?
At the moment, I don't have much choice. The damned landowner doesn't deliver anymore. And what we get from the small farms isn't enough to meet the demands of the city.
Tell me more about the peasants' revolt.
It's quite simple. Onar, the fat landowner, won't pay any more taxes to the city. Imagine, we're at war with the orcs, and that fat slob wants everything for himself. Normally, the city guard would take firm measures in such cases, but now comes the best part. They say Onar has hired mercenaries to keep the troops from the city off his back. Mercenaries. The whole thing will end in a damn war, as if one war weren't enough.
That's true. I mean, it's not the best thing to do right now at the times of war, because like you'll probably get overrun if you don't stick together, especially considering you already have a thing with the orcs going on. And I'm not really sure how it's going so far, because no one is saying anything. Anyway, so what do you know about the mercenaries?
What do you know about Onar's mercenaries?
I heard that most of them are former convicts from the mining colony, and their leader's supposed to have been a big shot with the king, a general or something, whom they put away as a traitor. These are terrible times.
Ooh, I think I know who you're talking about. Interesting. Well, I want to see that general. Probably one of our old-time friends from the colony. Anyway, show me your wares.
Show me your wares.
He has apples. He has so many apples. Do I have the money? Yes, I do. Bump. Thank you. Those are my apples. Those are not yours. Yeah, that's right. Go back to your shop. What are you guarding?
Halt! No one may enter the storeroom!
Why?
Why can't anyone enter the storeroom?
The Honorable Lord Hagen has confiscated the goods for the king's army.
Really?
So confiscated goods, eh?
It was just like you said.
Interesting. Oh,
That's an open secret.
just glitched into that. Okay, so we have the deadly arrow and Mateo's store. Oh, and we have another person over here.
Hey, you're new in town, huh?
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the Paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway. But you won't be officially admitted.
I knew that would be a problem.
Interesting.
What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town, you're gonna have to answer to him. I was once in a brawl with a citizen. He went crying to Lord Andre and ratted me out. That little matter cost me 50 gold pieces. I was lucky that it happened at night, or others would have witnessed it. The more people complain about you in this town, the higher your penalty will be.
Yeah, and that's true in this game. So if you decide to brawl someone, you gotta be sneaky about it.
Who did you fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way.
Oh, tell me about it. He's like a pompous ass. I mean, excuse me for my language, but seriously, he really is arrogant.
You mustn't believe everything you
Like, God. Good gracious.
He doesn't see that.
He really needs to learn his place, man, and to respect other people too. Anyway, anything new?
Has anything exciting happened?
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow, and Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
Huh. Anything else?
Has anything exciting happened?
Oh well, all's quiet. I suppose that when the orcs come, we can't fail to notice.
I hope that's true. Thanks, Regis. Anyway, so I guess we can go into Mateo's shop and talk to him.
What can I do for you?
What are you selling?
I can offer you everything you need to survive in the wild. Weapons, torches, provisions, even armor. I still have a special piece in stock. Double hardened armor of snapper leather, still unused. Interested?
What do you know about Paladins?
Since these bastards have come to this city, I've had nothing but trouble. The last time I was headed for the upper end of town, the guards flat out stopped me and asked me what was my business there.
And?
Of course they let me in. I had my shop in the city when most of those pompous asses were still chasing pigs with wooden swords. And yesterday, the bastards came and confiscated half of my goods.
Oh, so those were your goods.
The Paladins seized your goods.
Everything I had stored in the backyard. They simply posted a guard in front of the entrance to the yard. If I'm lucky, they won't take everything. At least they might leave the armor here.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
What? What are you going to do there?
I've got an important message.
Well, well. Have you tried getting past the guards?
I don't see why I should even try.
You're probably right. I don't know how important your message is, and it's none of my business. But even if you told them that a ship full of orcs just anchored in the harbor, they'd send you away. Because they have their orders.
So can you help me get into the upper quarter?
It seems to be really important to you. The question is, how important is it to you?
What are you getting at?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of the most influential people here. But it'll cost you.
How exactly can you help me?
Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master craftsmen here takes you on as an apprentice. As such, you'll practically be a citizen of the city and can enter the upper quarter. Besides which, you'll earn something while you're at it.
Oh, interesting.
Where could I sign on as an apprentice then?
Basically, with any master here on the main street. That would be Harrod the smith, Bospa the bowmaker, Thorben the carpenter, or Constantino the alchemist. One of them is bound to take you on. But it's important that the other masters agree. That's always been the custom here in Khorinis.
How do I get the approval of the other masters?
You just have to convince them. Go and talk to them. But if more than one of them is against you, you don't stand a chance. So behave yourself.
So basically do some favors. You know, I scratch their back, they scratch mine.
Why don't you take me on as an apprentice?
I would, but the other masters wouldn't agree. I just recently took on another apprentice.
Ah, right, the guy outside, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Is there another way to get into the upper quarter?
Perhaps. If I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Yes, well, we can buy our first armor from him, but you can actually steal an armor from that same backyard storeroom, and I can even show you how if I'll get it right. So what are you asking for your help?
What are you asking for your help?
100 gold pieces.
Oh, that's a whole damn lot.
That's a whole damn lot.
Take it easy. It isn't your gold I have in mind.
But
in principle, it's my gold. Gritta, the carpenter's niece, hasn't paid what she owes me in ages. But the little brat is constantly running around in new clothes. That means she has the money. I'd like to beat it out of her. But Master Thorben, the carpenter, is also a very influential man. Get me the money and I'll help you.
Ah, okay, so she owes to him.
where can I find this Gritta?
Like I said, she's the carpenter's niece. His house is down the street, the last house on the right before the smithy.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, he won't be able to help me just yet because we have the business with Gritta. Cool, cool, thank you. Bye. And before I end the episode, let me show you how you can possibly get the armor. Okay, so beyond this wall over here is the storeroom, as you saw. The glimpse, that is, that you saw. What I did, it's easier, well, it's easier if you have acrobatics, because you can do better jumps. But you can do a jump like that, but you have to like click it and time it correctly. I almost did it. And eventually you'll actually get onto the roof. Ah, damn it, I fell. Ay, madre dia, something, I don't know what I said. Something that they say, there you go. Something that they say a lot in old movies. Or something like that. Maybe I said, dear God or mother. Oh my god, I should stop talking actually. I'm being so rude. But yeah, that's how you get here. And look, we have leather armor. Bunch of torches and hammers and something else. Probably weed mashers. Oh, okay, the other side. I'm an idiot. Ooh, lab water, sausages, and we have citizens' clothing that are practically useless. And we're not a citizen, so no one is gonna let us in. So if you wanna climb back out of here, like that. But be careful not to fall, cause you might die or take fall damage. You better like jump like that down. There you go. And since I'm gonna be a thief anyway, I'm not really doing anything terrible. Now the leather armors gives us 25 weapon protection, 20 arrow, and some minor fire protection, and it looks like this. We also have citizen clothing, but as you can see, you know, not really that worth it. They look fancier, but not really worth it. And also before I want to end the episode, we also have some people here like Carl and a worker, but I'm more interested in talking to a person who's in this room.
Ah,
you've come just in time. I'm in need of an assistant for a magic experiment. I'm sure you're eager to do me a favor for science's sake.
Easy, my friend. First tell me what this is all about.
I have developed a new spell, a spell of oblivion. I've already successfully carried out a few practical applications, but I don't have time to conduct one final test.
Ah, I see.
What's in it for me if I help you?
I could teach you how to brew potions. I know the recipes for healing and mana essences, and for potions of great speed.
That's not bad, I guess, but I'm not sure if I'll be learning any of them. Well, we'll see.
Tell me more about the experiment and the spell.
The spell serves to make somebody forget various events. So far, I have only found it to work when the person in question is angry, for instance. If he has been knocked down or robbed, even if he has only witnessed such a deed, he will scratch it from his memory.
So I'm supposed to knock somebody down and then put a spell on him?
Hello? That would only... To himself, but fistfights are nothing out of the ordinary in the harbor district. I guess I'd have to find a victim elsewhere.
Yes, I think you get the point. But to make somebody angry, it is enough to attack him. You don't have to knock him down. So you should pick somebody who's by himself. If there are other people around, you'll just get into trouble with Lord Andre. Also, it makes no sense to cast the spell on someone who's busy attacking you. Wait for the right moment.
AKA, wait till the person gets up after a beatdown, but don't talk to them. First cast the spell, then try to talk to them to check out if they're angry at you or not. Fine, I'll try it out.
Alright, I'll try out that spell.
Then take this spell scroll and find yourself a suitable guinea pig. Once you're done, come back and tell me how it went.
Okay, Jesus, calm down. But question, what the hell is going on with these skeletons? Why do you have them randomly sitting and hanging in your room? You already have a mannequin over here. I guess it's a mannequin. I actually am not sure, but you're creepy, dude. I'm leaving. Anyway, guys, so yes, we got a forget spell or oblivion spell. Yeah, oblivion. I know 2 specific applications of that spell that are also sort of quest relevant. So, but I'll have to describe it in the next episode. So thank you for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.